Hey, aloha, love tribe. What's up? It's DJ Valerie, be love. So, I'm so sorry I did not get to go live today at 11:11. It has been a zoo around here. Everything's covered in plastic and things. I've been doing this remodel in my house, and so things have been going a little bit as they've been. It's how you plan on things not going the right way in a remodel as far as like timing and budget and everything. So, I expect that that's supposed to happen, and it's just like, okay, I'm done. I want to be done with this project. Um, but it's interesting. It leads me to the topic of this week's episode, which is don't settle. And my guest, my very special guest, is an intuitive business coach, and she shares her story and some secrets about how she turned her life all the way around and decided not to settle anymore. And she traded in her cubicle for freedom and, of course, lots of risk being an entrepreneur and being, doing her dream. And so it's such a cool story. And Kristyn is an amazing woman, an amazing healer. And it's just, you guys are going to love this episode. But it really nails this week's topic about settling. And so for me, settling means when I, accept less than what I want, or I accept less than what I believe I deserve. And there's a few reasons for me why I do it. And I want to know if you guys ever settle. If you're human, chances are you probably have once or twice, or maybe it's a pattern that you continue. And hopefully you don't live in that pattern of settling. And hopefully, you choose to have the highest and best. Hi, honey. Hopefully you choose to have the highest and best standards for your life. And so settling, it can come in so many different forms. For me, what I've adopted in the last many years is I never, I used to take my pajamas and I would throw them on the floor, or I would just sort of like put them over there on the chair and let them, be sort of messy. And I thought, well, whatever, I'm just going to wear them tonight. And then I'm like, you know what? Every time I look at them, I don't feel good. I feel like shit. And so I decided that, like, wow, that's kind of settling, because I really value beauty in my life. And by not doing the simple thing of folding my pajamas and sticking them on the shelf, I felt like I was settling for less beauty than what I really wanted. And I noticed I started catching myself in all these little ways that I was settling. And I noticed, I was like, wow, I feel a lot better when things are picked up and when they're beautiful and when they're a little more organized. And so I realized, like, accepting the best and being discerning with beauty starts with me. And so how can I go and expect anybody else to live up to my standards of beauty if I'm not doing that myself? And I don't mean beauty like, oh, we got to wear a lot of makeup or whatever, but just beauty in like clean, neat, beautiful surroundings. And so I have been doing this remodel, and the remodel, I'm picky, right? And we all should be, right? Especially if you're paying, to get something done and you expect it to be done a certain way. So communication is important. And then you need to, of course, have, a two-way street with your communication with people. So it's interesting because of certainly some mistakes that were made by, a couple of the contractors. We had to start all over again, which was pain in the butt because they did something and it leaked into my kitchen. So now we got to fix my kitchen. But whatever, it is what it is. But there are other things that are kind of going a little sideways with the project. And I'm like, I want it to be this way. And I'm very clear. It's like, this is how it needs to look. And they're like, well, this is kind of good enough. And I'm like, it's not good enough. Like, good enough is not good enough. Like, I want it to be done right. And so what I'm learning is that, I need to live up to those standards if I expect to hold other people to those standards of not settling and my standards of excellence. And so it's a big thing. So this week's podcast on the Big Dream School is all about not settling. And so whether it's with your bathroom remodel, whether it's with your pajamas, whether it's with your money, whether it's with your lover, whether it's with your kids, whether it's with your business and your job and your career, there's so many ways in our lives in all these areas that if we make it a habit and we accept it in one area of our life, it'll infiltrate the other ones eventually. And so then we have this kind of aura, this air, this energy of it's good, it's okay. And then so we can, not mind, if you're not doing it mindfully, you can start kind of being half-ass in a lot of areas of your life. And so it's not about being like a tight ass, and it's not about like, oh, it always has to be like German engineering. I love German engineering, but it's really about learning how to be discerning. And so I know that a lot of reasons why people accept less and they settle for less is, they might want to be liked. Everybody wants to be liked, right? You want to be accepted. You don't want to ruffle any feathers. You don't want to irritate anybody. So you're like, okay, well, that's okay. But the reality is you're in the back of your mind going like, oh, dude, I wish I really didn't want that, but whatever. Okay, that's fine. And then you kind of start shrinking in the rest of your life. And so, again, if we develop the muscle of discernment and speaking up for ourselves, then it will trickle down in all the other areas of our life. So we will have that strong voice. So this week's episode is awesome. So we talk about business, we talk about Kristyn's story, and we talk about not settling. And so you guys are going to love it. So go to djvaleriebelove.com/don't 017 don't settle, and you can get your free download sheet and you can start your experiment of the week. And so the experiment of the week talks all you want to do is start noticing every time you maybe aren't going to make a choice that is in your excellence zone. How do you feel in your body? And so Kristyn walks us through how we do this experiment. And it's really about tuning into your body. Like, how sometimes you just get that you contract or you shrink or you get so the idea really is the body has infinite wisdom. It never lies. It can't lie. And so if you learn how to listen to your awesome body, she will tell you the truth. And this week, you're going to start listening to your body when you're making a decision. And so when you make a decision that's of excellence, how do you feel? How does your body respond? Do you stand up straighter? You have a little bit more of yeah, rock and roll, I got this, Or are you just like, when you're making those shitty decisions for yourself? So that's it. It's super easy. So head on over to djvaleriebelove.com/017. Don't settle. And you can get your download sheet. All right, you guys, thanks again. And I apologize I wasn't able to get on at 11:11 today. And it really is it's hard. This is new for me, being online and, putting this podcast together and doing my best to serve you. So, the scheduling and having this production schedule is it's awesome. I love it. And it's new for me. So I'm going to do my best to keep serving you and bringing you lots of good stuff. All right. Aloha, you guys. I'll see you soon. And let me know how your experiment's going. Okay, cool. Ciao.